Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Zach. And tonight, it's a little bit late, a little bit of a late live stream. And it's been a busy day. This morning, well, actually this afternoon, interviewed Ronnie, or not Ronnie, I interviewed Adam from IT Pro TV. And went really well. And then the rest of the day was absolutely chaotic. Had so much stuff going on, so I did not get a chance to live stream earlier today. So that's my fault. So now we're going to do that right now. And what better way to start a live stream late at night than to talk about a controversial topic that people just seem to get so upset about. Just unbelievably upset about. So, topic of this live stream tonight is video game violence. Yeah, video game violence. And I was asked about this earlier today, and it brought up a lot of interesting points because this is a really big thing that the President of the United States is, doing stuff about. And I'm not going to get all political about it. It's not what this live stream is about. We're not going political. We're more or less saying, I want to know what you guys think about it. Do you guys think that video game violence has anything to do with things that happen in modern society right now? Is there any association to Call of Duty and people picking up a gun and going and shooting anybody or anything along those lines? That's my question to you guys, and that's a big question because, there's a lot to that. Now, for me, I'm 33 years old. I grew up with video games. So I grew up with the whole plethora of gaming, going from cute gaming to what you guys see it is today, right? I mean, but back in my day when I was like, 8 or 9 years old and stuff, there was like Duke Nukem and stuff like that. And you were running around like shooting people. For me back then, and for all the people that were my age and stuff back then, like it was just a game. Like that's all it was. It was just a game. But now, you still have that now, right? You still have like Call of Duties and all that fun stuff. And it's the same thing. You still run around shooting people, and there's a lot more violent games out there for sure. I will not disagree that there are not extremely violent games out there. It's whatever. It's fine. I have no problems with it. It's a game. That's my mindset. However, there are young impressionable children out there, right? And sometimes I feel like gaming is the last of their worries. When it's at home that really defines who children and people are. It's not the games that they play and the TV and the movies that they watch. It's, a lot of time their upbringing and how that is, taken into play. That's at least how I feel about it sometimes. And I could be totally wrong. There could be, great, amazing, wonderful human beings out there who just have a screw loose and they go out and decide they're going to shoot people. That's the way it is. But, I guess for me, I kind of get bothered when people are like, well, it's video games' fault. Well, I don't. For me, and what I see with a lot of people who play video games, it's their escape, especially teenagers, adults even. I mean, adults now, it's like people like me in their 30s and stuff, and even 40s who grew up with this stuff, like who still game all the time, who love it, who are like passionate about it, and just that's what they do. That's what they do for fun. They do that because they escape everything else. Like that's what they go to. They go to gaming. They love it. And I think a lot of kids and stuff go that same route also. But I don't think games are specifically set and designed to make people want to go out and commit violent crimes. I don't think that makes sense. That's not how it was back in the day when there was violent games. And I think people are just different now. I think society as a whole is completely different. And yeah, I mean that's just what it is. Like, I don't know. There's more. I'm reading like different chats right now, so it's hard for me to like stay in line with what's going on. But yeah, like I've been playing games for years. Hasn't been a thing for me. I don't really want to go too much into gun debates and things like that and tragedies, because yes, they are tragedies. I feel absolutely terrible about them. I have my own feelings about guns, and I won't bring that here. I won't tell you guys all about that, because this isn't a political stream, and this isn't a gun stream. I don't talk about guns and stuff here. I want to go into the tech side of this, because what leads me to this, basically, what leads me to say, like, why am I even talking about video game violence? What's the point of that, right? Well, the point of it is that now we have somebody who is basically trying to govern something that is tech related. You know, video games and gaming is definitely tech related, because there are, you know, thousands of people who are employed in this industry of creating video games and supporting video games and things like that. So when somebody starts to jeopardize something like that along those lines and starts to put like filters on things like that, it's much like net neutrality. You know, it falls right along, like right in line with all that stuff that's happening, and it's scary. It's amazing to see how society has changed through the years. And what's really scary also, and funny, but not funny, you know, I said before how technology changes and grows ever so quickly, like very, very quickly at the drop of a dime. Like you're at one thing, and from the next thing, it just advances so quickly. So with stuff like this happening, I kind of lost my train of thought, because again, I'm reading between these two chats, and Wesley Rummel's, there's a YouTube chat going on also. So you're not the only one watching, but you should feel special, because you're the only one on Facebook who's watching. So you are special. Hold on. So anyway, with the way everything is growing, and everybody's trying to control that and govern that in every way, it's concerning. It's concerning to see how our government, and even if you guys are watching this from another country, the U.S. government really has a lot of influence across many different nations and things like that. Especially with, you know, technologies and things like that, of course. But also, if you think about it, if you look at other countries, and how many other countries like just have so many things blocked, you know, they can't access anything internet related, you know, they literally from the government side have specific websites, or, you know, specific blocks of websites and different things blocked. You can't even access it at all, you know. And to me, and this is like far stretched, but when I see stuff like this happening, like somebody's trying to govern video games, and then all the net neutrality stuff that's happening, like, what's next? Are you literally just going to say, like, all right, this entire like list of IPs is now blocked forever for the United States, and you're never accessing these websites, these IPs? ever again. That type of stuff worries me. Because again, it makes me think about other countries and all the stuff that they don't have. And I don't want that to happen. I definitely don't want that to happen. So, yeah. Anyway, let me take a look at this chat here real quick before I get too out of hand in what I'm going with, because again, I don't want to get too political, and I don't want to make I don't want to make people too upset. It's the last thing that I want to do, of course. Wesley over here on Facebook says Google just blocked all weapons from Google Shopping. Why? They make too much money to care. Well, Google just has to show face. That's why. Google does the smart thing, and they show face for everybody. Try to make everybody happy. What's going on, Dakota and Sweet Kimmy and Edgy Spaghetti? That's a funny name. Power Loop and Hama. Let's see. What have I missed over here in the YouTubes? So Sweet Kimmy just keeps smiling at me. What's up? Let's see. Can you get a CS job with an IT degree? You're very interested in Java programming, as I seem to do well in it. I want to know if an IT grad can go. So the cool thing about degrees and IT and all that fun stuff, you could really do whatever you want. The only thing that really can limit you to whatever is yourself. That's it. The only thing that's ever going to hold you back from doing anything in IT is yourself. If you want to do something that's outside of what your degree is, certifications are going to be your best bet. So, do IT people have an issue with weapons? This is a question from Facebook chat. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. And you're the best, dude. I don't know if IT people have an issue with weapons. I know that I worked with a lot of people at a place that I just left who are all like avid gun fans and went out shooting and stuff all the time. So that's them. But I also live out in the middle of nowhere where there's like not much to do besides like go out and shoot a gun. So it really depends. Everybody has their own feelings about guns, and strong feelings at that. Why do most of the hackers use Macbooks? I think there's probably a lot of reasons why a lot of people use MacBooks, and that's probably different per each one. But if I were to make an educated guess, and I'm no hacker by any means, I would say, based off of my uneducated guess on why hackers would use MacBooks, is they're probably a little bit more secure than a Windows machine, because if you're a hacker, you probably know all the ins and outs of how to access a Windows machine that's especially connected to a Wi-Fi out in the open and things like that. That is a very typical thing that happens or could happen theoretically. But I think there's a lot more. I think there's a lot more access that you have to some apps that run better from the Mac, and I'm not sure on the specifics of those because, again, I'm not a hacker. So don't take what my thoughts are on that matter, because I have no interest in hacking whatsoever. That is not my thing. Like, throw that out the window. Like, for me, like, if I was interested in hacking, like, I would probably 100% I would get myself in trouble. So that's why, like, I just keep myself away from it, because I would want to do some dumb stuff. I'm like, oh, let me see what I can get into today. That'd be like my thoughts. Like, let me see how many Gibsons I can hack today. That's a movie quote. Movie quote, go. Let's see. You can see yourself in the Black Hat Conference. Almost all cybersecurity professionals use MacBooks. You wonder why? That's a great question. I can ask. I'm going to be at a cybersecurity conference here in like 2 weeks, so I can ask while I'm there, as I'm walking around the place. And if I see a lot of people using MacBooks, I'll ask them why, what it is about that. No problem, Wesley. Did I have an itch to do this at this hour? No, I usually live stream like earlier on in the day, and I've been so busy today that I just have not had a chance to live stream. So that's why we're doing it late at night. Hello, sweet Kimmy. How are you doing tonight? And let's see. Do I play StarCraft? I played StarCraft like 2 times. I used to play World of Warcraft like religiously from like 2007 to 2000 and well, no, not 2007, 2005, 2006, probably 2006 to 2010. Yeah, that's like the only game I've really played, and quite honestly, in like the last 15 years. Other than that, like I'll pick up like the Wii because we have a Wii for the kids and stuff like that. Because Mario, like I'll play Mario any day. But as far as like a true like game that I could like immerse myself in, I have not played anything in quite some time. That's really gotten me hooked. Although there was this game on Steam that I was really hooked on. It was like a tower defense game, and I wish I could remember it off the top of my head right now. It was really cool. I really enjoyed that game. It's really basic though, you know, but I love that game. I played that a couple years ago. But now I don't have time to game. I was actually at the store the other day, like looking at PlayStation 4s and stuff, and man, this looks really cool. I would really like to get a PlayStation 4. I was like looking at the games and stuff, and I'm like, I just don't have time. I don't have time to play games. You know, I always think it'd be like a great idea to like pick up a game and play it, and just kind of unwind in that you know aspect, I guess, of my life. Because I used to enjoy gaming. You know, I used to enjoy that life. But I don't know. I don't have the time. I feel like I'd get like hooked on it or something. It just brings me back to like thinking about World of Warcraft. And I don't ever want to like feel like that again. Like I'm hooked on a game. Because that was the worst feeling in the world. After you come out of it. After you're like, you know, playing World of Warcraft for like 10 hours straight. And you're like, what are you doing with your life? So, who do you think has the greatest possibility to win the UEFA Championships League? I have no idea. Edgy Spaghetti. A lot of hacking tools made for Linux and both Linux and Mac OS Unix-based systems. That's your uneducated best guess. I literally cannot talk tonight or type. I was talking to somebody or typing to somebody earlier, and I was having a heck of a time. It was terrible. Is it worth getting the A plus if you're going to get the Network Plus and Security Plus? Well, B Japan 96 or BJ Apin. I don't know what your name is, but anyway, it depends on what your knowledge is right now. You know, it depends on where you're at right now. You know, do you think you have all the fundamentals that the A plus would give you? Otherwise, you know, if you don't, I would say go for the A plus. But otherwise, I mean, the Network Plus and then the Security Plus would be more than enough, really, because the A plus, I mean, you'll get fundamentals no matter what. The Network Plus is probably going to be your best route, then to the Security Plus. Let's see. Even if you were an avid gamer, having kids changes that real quick. So, Brett Reed. So, I said that I stopped playing World of Warcraft in 2010, and in 2011, I had my first kid. So, it was April of 2011. So, you know that in 2010, I knew about the kid. I knew the kid was coming. So, that's when I gave up gaming. I was like, yeah, I have to stop. I have a kid coming. There's like real priorities coming now. I can't like, sit up all night and grind quests and grind gold all night and stuff. Slay monsters and demons and dragons and things like that. Yes, kids change everything. Kids definitely change everything, that's for sure. I love them. Let's see, Edgy Spaghetti said, no, BJ, whatever. You suggest learning the material for A+, but don't get the certification. Certified Network Plus, Security Plus. I just think that's the best way to go. Edgy Spaghetti pretty much said what I said. So more than one person agreeing on the same thing is always usually a good thing. Dakota, you like the late night streams? Man, it's late though, bro. What is it, like 10 o'clock at your time or something? Are there any certifications that show employers how well you can program, or do personal, professional project you were part of prove that more? I know there's like Microsoft certifications that lean that way, but more specifically, the best thing you could probably do is like boot camps provide like some type of, I don't think it's like an exact certification, but having the documentation, I won't call it a certification, but having like, I don't think it's a documentation or a certification that you get from boot camps, but having the proof that you went to a boot camp, but then having your own project that you did with programming. So if you open up like a GitHub or something and you program something on your own, having your own proof that you've programmed something, that'd be your best bet. And then Edgy Spaghetti's pretty much nailed that also. TV Land Zombie, that's why you're not having them. Yeah, kids are rough. Let's see. Sorry, Wesley, I keep missing you over here in the Facebook live stream. My bad. Let me get your questions right now. Back to the topic, seen differences from the laws since Columbine shooting, and now time passes and people forget the media runs a lot of emotion. Yeah, media sucks. I hate the media. I don't even watch TV anymore because of that. And then I stopped kind of reading news unless something like crazy happens and people tell me about it. That's like the only time I'll like really pay attention to the news, because I can't trust anybody. That's kind of how I feel. I just don't trust anybody. That's like what society has got me to today. Like, I don't trust anything that's on TV, and I don't trust anything that's on the internet. And when I read something on the internet, I'm finding multiple sources. And if multiple sources that are, are valid, then I'll probably trust it. But never will I trust one source ever again. And that's really the internet's fault. The internet has ruined that for everybody. Let's see. Wesley over here in the Facebook chat says, just turned 30, starting A+, and working to the Linux cert. It sucks, but your career threw a curveball. Got to learn. Yeah, you'll be all good, man. Just keep on learning. Why aren't I in pajamas and drinking? I'm in like sweatpants. That counts, right? I don't really drink though. I'm not a big drinker. It's not my thing. I got 3 kids and I have an 8-month-old, so it's midnight here, and he'll be up fairly early. So, can't drink for sure. You don't have cable. Netflix is getting boring. Yeah, except I just saw that they released season 2 of Jessica Jones, and now I canceled my Netflix because Netflix was getting boring, and it's like I think I saw like everything that I wanted to see for a while, and they just weren't putting anything new out that I really wanted. So now I'm going to have to go back and renew my Netflix so that I can watch the new Jessica Jones season. Yeah, let's see. I'm glad that my channel and videos have helped you. Always here to help. That's what I try to do. If I don't have the answers, I go get the answers. That's one thing that I always try to do. You know, I know lots of people who work in this field who hold, you know, multiple certifications or degrees and things like that, who have more knowledge than I do. So if there's an answer that I don't have, I'll go reach out to them and ask them what they think, and then at least I know. Then I know the answer, and I can come back to you guys and answer the question. So a lot of times in comments and stuff, if on a video, if somebody asks me something, I'll go ask somebody that I know would know that answer, and I'll come back and comment to them and you know, let them know. This is basically what I found out. But I'm here to help people. There's definitely areas that I'm specialized in, but there's so many areas in IT that are just way above my head. And that's going to be said for everybody, because one thing about IT, and this is one thing that I talked about with Adam from IT Pro TV today in our interview that we did, which that'll be out, I think, next month. We're publishing that, is you're not going to know everything. Nobody knows everything in IT. And this is a guy who has literally 170 certifications. 170 certifications. And he's like, I'm no expert. I'm not an expert in everything. I don't know everything. So if I don't know something, I bring in somebody who knows more about it than I do. You know, I'm not afraid to ever say that I'm not an expert and that I can bring in or refer to somebody else who knows more about it than I do. And that's always going to be a good thing that everybody can do, I think, in this field. And I've always done that. You know, anytime somebody's asked me something like where I've worked, you know, it's like, I don't really know that, but somebody else on our team does. I'll get the answer for you. We'll get it done. We'll get it taken care of. Honesty, best policy, number one. Wesley, no problem, man. I'll get some dad time tomorrow, for sure. Oh man, can't keep up with both these chats. Do you need your MCSA to get your MCSE? Yes, you do. You need your MCSA to get your MCSE. That is, the MCSA is a requirement for the MCSE, but like for the MCSA, you don't have to have your MTA, for instance, which the MTA is right before like the MCSA. The MTA is, I would say, like the MTA is like the CompTIA of Microsoft certs. Any of the Microsoft MTA certs are, I would say, comparable to the CompTIA certs. CompTIA would probably want to punch me for saying that, but I don't care. CompTIA doesn't sponsor me. Neither does Microsoft, for that matter. So it's okay. Let's see. Edgy Spaghetti says, with cloud computing expanding in businesses, do you think this puts security workers at risk, since security can be handled by the cloud computing company's employees instead of hiring other workers? So cloud computing really puts a lot of workers at risk, and not just security. So that's kind of like there's more to that question than you asked. You know, you can't really just single out security. It's not just security people where their jobs are going to be at risk. Everybody's jobs are going to be at risk, potentially, and potentially in a very, I'm going to say, like, limited way, because you're always going to need people on site. No matter what, you're still always going to need people on site, period. We still don't know the way that, the cloud computing fields are going to look. We still don't know precisely the way that the security fields are going to look. This is all stuff that's really kind of falling into line as the years have kind of gone on the last couple of years now, especially cloud computing. So a lot of things are going to be happening in the next couple of years, which will really define how some of these roles will actually look. So can't really answer for positive, like for certain, like what jobs would be at risk, what's not going to be there, what is going to be there, because we don't know exactly how these roles will actually play out in the actual environment versus in the cloud environment. You could have like a security professional who manages a cloud environment, right? And that security professional, maybe they manage like 2 or 3 enterprises, right? Maybe. It really depends, It's hard to say like how that's going to work out also. There's so many different there's so many different scenarios that you could look at this, but nobody knows yet. Like we're just not there yet. So in other words, it's too soon to tell because cloud computing in businesses is in its early days, and time will tell. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, in a lot of aspects, like the security portion of the field, when I look at it, because there's so many new people coming into like the security side of things, like it's just filling constantly, right? I wouldn't say constantly. I guess that's a bad way to put it. But it's becoming more and more relevant. It's becoming more and more popular. Security might look even different as kind of all this plays out even more. So trying to forecast how jobs are going to look, especially in a specialized area like cloud computing and like security, is really hard to do. That's really hard to do. If you ask me like, how do I think like cloud computing is going to help a help desk person or like a level 1 technician, I could give you, a really good answer to that, But when you're talking about specialized positions like that, it's hard to say. Or even like if you were to ask me like how cloud computing would affect a sysadmin, it's going to affect sysadmins, but we don't know how much yet. We don't know at what level yet. We've come so far with it already, and like really we're only in the first few years of cloud computing, and in the last couple years or so, people have really started to actually accept the cloud. I was never a fan of the cloud, so I could totally like get on board with that. Like I could totally get on board with the way that like other businesses feel or have felt about it. Like, forget the cloud. It's stupid. It's dumb. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. Cloud's great. I'll throw it to the cloud. It's a stupid terminology. That's the only thing that I don't like about it. I just don't like the terminology. That's what throws me off about the cloud. Let's see. Wesley over here says, the military will never drop Microsoft. Get proficient if you're in or want to work with them. Yeah. There's a lot of companies that will never drop Microsoft. I think Microsoft is here to stay forever. It's just going to be one giant that will always stay. Microsoft is just like a monopoly. They're great. I love them. I have nothing bad to say about Microsoft in a business environment at all. Like I literally could not say one bad thing about them. For a business environment. Not one bad thing. And what they're doing with their new model as far as Enterprise with Windows 10 and like the way that their new pay models, as I like to call them, work. It's smart. Their new subscription stuff. It's smart. They're doing the smart thing. I can't talk crap about them for that. I mean, they got to make money. So, do you believe in Raspberry Pi clouds, personally encrypted ones? I haven't got to play much at all with the Raspberry Pis. So, to ask me if I believe in them, I couldn't give you an educated guess, or an educated answer, rather. I know that if there was somebody in my YouTube chat right now, she programs the Raspberry Pis and stuff all the time. She's got like some crazy like Pi unit set up at her house or something. So she could definitely give you like a great answer on that. From what I've seen her talk about it, it sounds amazing. It sounds like just some crazy stuff that's happening. It sounds great. It's not something that I have taken the time to put effort into to want to do. I don't own any Pis, period. The only Pis that I own go right in my belly. So I would like to eventually start playing with that stuff, but I just don't have a use for it. And for me, like, when I buy stuff, like, I have to have a use for it. And if I don't have a use for it, I don't buy it. I don't put money into it. That's just kind of how I work. You just switched over. A lot of people hate it to Windows 10. Yeah, a lot of people hate Windows 10. That's going to happen. Now, let's see. I'm sorry. I'm like all over the place between the two chats and then trying to answer all these questions. B Japan, favorite comic villain and superhero? Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm not like big necessarily into comics, but I do like the superheroes and villains for sure, just based on movies and things like that. Superhero is Batman by far. Batman is my all-time favorite, and you could ask like anybody in my family, and if you just say, "Hey, who's Zach's favorite superhero?" They would say Batman, because I own tons of Batman crap. As far as the villain goes, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know that I have a favorite villain. Like, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I don't think I have a favorite villain. That's not something that I favoritize. It's like, meh, whatever. Dakota, always doing good things, man. I appreciate that. William, that's right. Talk tech every day. I'm waiting for something to happen with that. I'm literally like, I've been waiting for about a week to hear back from somebody. I have not heard back, and I'm getting frustrated. I kind of want to email them and be like, I haven't heard back from you guys in like a week, and I really want to get some stuff rolling with this idea here. But nobody gets back to me. It's frustrating. Another smiley face. That's all smiles today, huh? Sweet Kimmy 23, I understand that you're going to be doing a YouTube channel soon, right? That's what I hear. It's word on the streets. What is my end goal in my IT career? So that's a hard question even to answer, because end goal would mean that like I absolutely know everything that's coming. But I don't know everything that's coming. I know that I'm working on my CCENT right now. And once I get my CCENT, I'll get the CCNA. Once I get my CCNA, I'll start going towards security certifications. Sorry. I can't talk tonight. 12:24. So typically, like around here, around my house, after about 11 o'clock, I don't say a word. I'm up till like 2 o'clock in the morning typically. But after like 11 o'clock at night, I don't even like speak. Probably for a reason, because I just can't talk. So sorry if I start talking terribly. But anyway, so after I get my CCNA, I'll go get like Security Plus, and then I'll start working on like the CISP stuff. Oh, sweet Kimmy will not be doing an IT channel. I'm just giving her a hard time. Yeah, my end goal is definitely right now security. I've worked a lot of security roles in the jobs that I've already had. I just have not had the credentials to say I am certified in security. So last job, did all of the mobile device management. That was like the big thing that I did at my last job. The next thing was did a lot of like God, I can't even talk. I'm trying to read too many things. My bad. Okay. So I did the mobile device management, and then I did a lot of the policies, make sure all the policies were set in place for that organization, and did a lot of like fake emails out to all of our end users, which was lots of fun. So did a lot of testing of the users, making sure that they were educated and making sure that they weren't violating any of our security policies. So between like those things, really that kept me pretty busy, especially mobile device management. And I was really big on the security part of that stuff. And then of course the policies was probably the next biggest thing that really kept me busy. Always trying to make sure that our policies were up to date, or if something needed to be restructured or reworded or added, things like that. Oh, dude, I don't even want to answer that question about my job experience. Do you think that the channel isn't growing? My channel, William? Do I think that my channel isn't growing? Is that what you're asking? What's going on, Tech Right? What's up? I have a lot of job experience in IT. No, I think my channel is growing. Why? Why do you ask? I think it's growing just fine. I don't know. Every time I look, it's growing. Like I always see up arrows instead of down arrows. That's generally like all I look at. Not really. I look at a lot more stuff. But yeah, the channel is definitely growing, which is fine. It's great. It's dandy. Why do you ask that though? I'm curious. Oh, come on, man. That's a long question to ask at so late at night. I think I have I don't know if it's still in the link description. I can look. There used to be like a link to either my LinkedIn or like a resume site. No, it's not in there. You can find me on LinkedIn, bro. Find me on LinkedIn. You can see all my job experience. Not all of it, most of it. So, see, the last 3.5 years, I worked for a hospital, and then I worked for, it was like a Fortune 500 company that they made all the, that was like an engineering company, basically. They made all the industrial equipment for like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King that would basically cut up like the hamburgers or chicken nuggets and things like that. So big old machinery that literally, you know, like the shapes of chicken nuggets and stuff at McDonald's and things like that, came on like this big old like roll, right? Like big old like metal basically roll. Like they fabricated and designed all that stuff. And it was really cool to see. I worked there for, I didn't work there for long because it was really far away from where I was living. And I was in between jobs, basically, for that. Because I wanted to come back to where my daughter was. So, before that, I was working for a school district. I was there for about a year. And again, that one was far away from home. So, there for a year. It was a very large school district in Chicago. Then before that, I was at another school district for about 3 years. 3 years. That was a fairly small school district. And before that, I did consulting, where I consulted with, basically it was a lot of residential and business. It was private consulting. Worked for myself and then for like another consultant out of Chicago. I did that for about 2 years or so. Oh man, gosh! So before that, I worked for another school district. I worked there for the other school district for a long time, for about 5 or 6 years. So it's kind of my experience. Probably missing something. Trying to go through it from my head. Yeah, I'm probably missing something there. Let me see. I had to check Facebook chat here. I'm sorry, Wesley. You got to go on the YouTube, bro, so I could pay attention more. Security is the future. People are getting scared. There will always be a place for security. That's pretty much how I agree. What is the policy for personal devices in the workplace? You can't even have a USB. So the last place that I worked at was a hospital, and we had no policy. You could bring whatever. It was BYOD for a lot of things. Not really, but you could bring your own devices and connect to our Wi-Fi. You could bring a USB drive and you could plug it in and we would scan it and make sure that was okay. And it was fine. We let people do that stuff. If experience is important, can you recommend any volunteer opportunities for IT? Yeah. So the only volunteer recommendation that I can make for IT is this. If you find any volunteer work in IT, take it. Period. Point blank. There's no good recommendation. Just take it. Because you want that experience. There's no good or bad necessarily, Call every single business in your area, call every single school district, especially in your area, and say, I want to volunteer. And do not put down the phone until somebody says, okay, please come in. That's it. Hacker paradise. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it would take a really good hacker to come in and do some damage. Do I like any sports? I love football. Football is my favorite sport. So, actually, see this. I don't know which camera looks the best. Probably that one, I'm guessing. Fat Finger Photography, that's my photography business that I do. And I shoot all of the sports that I can get to for the high school here in town, the town that I live in. And, yeah. So do I like sports? Yeah. I like a lot of sports. Football is my favorite. And then, I don't know. There's probably not anything that's next because football is really the only thing that I care about. So anytime there's a football game, I try to make it there. And especially the high school football game, I go to every single one and I take photos. The other sports games, I try to make it to whatever I can and take photos. And then like for the younger kids football games, I try to make it also out there to whatever I can. I'm usually out to younger kids football games pretty often. But yeah, as long as I could take photos, I love any sports, basically. William, you didn't answer my question, so I'm not answering your question until you answer my question. Bears fan? Yes, unfortunately, I am a Bears fan. But the crazy thing about my life right now is, in the last couple of years, I have not had any time to watch football. So, like professional football, I spend a lot of time on Friday nights doing the high school football games. And then Saturdays, there's football games for the younger kids. And then on Sundays, there's football games for some more of the younger kids in the area. So I'm like at football like all the time. So a lot of times I don't even care about professional football. Like, it's just whatever. Wesley, you'll try to look for jobs, but they all require experience. Well, Wesley, do you have any certifications or degrees or anything like that? You said, or I think you implied that you're in the Army or something like that. Army, Navy, military, something, I don't know. I don't watch any college football. Everybody always tries to tell me that college football is the best, but yeah, I don't watch it. I don't have time. In all of my life, I've never been to a college football game or a professional football game, and that's one thing I've always wanted to do. Like, I've always wanted to go to a Bears game, and again, it's just not something that I've ever had a chance to do because, you know, Bears tickets are expensive, even though they suck. So maybe one day, maybe. Oh, yeah, sorry, Dakota. I should do a LinkedIn video. What would you like to see in the LinkedIn video? Let's see. Wesley says they're working on A+ electronic warfare army. It's not easy. We are the stepchild of the cyber world. So you're in the Army? I mean, if you're in the Army, so here's the cool thing, right? You're an Army guy, right? Everybody's going to love and appreciate you. So go out and work in IT. It'll be great. You can go out and start in help desk and then figure out exactly what you want to do, start working your way there through certifications and then through experience. Yeah, so yeah, Dakota, what do you want to see on a LinkedIn video? I mean, I could definitely do a LinkedIn video. People have asked me to do them before. It's just, I could definitely talk about LinkedIn. It is a great resource, for sure. I would just like to know what people want to see. I mean, I could talk about how I use LinkedIn or how I've used LinkedIn. Now, I use LinkedIn now for completely different reasons than what I did before. Like, before, I would use it to try and find a job, which is great. Trying to network with people is great with LinkedIn. But now I use LinkedIn to market myself. Not for jobs. I use it just, excuse me, to market myself for me, for what I'm doing. Building a profile appeal for IT and just general tips and information. Yep, I could do that. We could talk about that. I'll put it in my notes, in my to-do, things to do. William, you just asked because you thought that my streams will get so many people growing the numbers every live. Yeah, so my streams typically, like, they vary. Like, sometimes they start out great and then they just die. That's my fault. I usually have like a solid few people who always come in and chat or stay around, and then that's what it is, and that's fine. As long as there's people here, I will continue to do the live streams. But I don't think the live streams have by any means helped me grow necessarily. Maybe they have. I could probably go back in the analytics and check. But for one thing, like, I know if I really wanted to improve my live streams, I would stay on topic, and that's all that I would do. That's all that I would talk about, is be completely on topic and have it really, really structured, much like a video. And I don't do that because, to me, like, when I do a live stream, I want it to be more of a community thing, more of let's do this together type of thing. You know, I want it to have, I want it to have some structure. Like, I want to talk about something really quick. I want to go over a couple things maybe. And I try to do that all the time. I try to go over one or two things, and then I always open it up to you guys, because this isn't necessarily about me. It's about like you guys, and I want the viewers to be a part of this. I don't want it to just be me, a talking head the whole freaking time. So when there's people communicating in the chat, that's what I'm looking for. You know, that's what I want out of my live streams. So, you know, whether there's like 2 or 3 people in a live stream and I'm just talking to 2 or 3 people, or it's me and like 23 people talking in a live stream, that's great. I'm going to do it either way. So as long as there is communication, like, that's, to me, that's what I'm doing it for. I hope that makes sense. I hope that, yeah, like, I hope that makes sense. You know, like I said, I just don't want people to sit here and watch me talk. I want to talk to you guys. I want you guys to talk back to me. And I try to get everybody to talk to me. It's like, sometimes I see there could be like 20 people in the chat, right? And like 3 people are talking. And it's like, come on. There's like 20 people in the chat. Like, 20 people should be talking. Come on, just open it up. So that's why, like, sometimes I'll like repeat myself over and over again when I'm saying, like, does anybody have any more questions? You know, especially when I'm trying to say, like, I'm going to end the live stream. Like, I'll say, you know, I'm gonna end the live stream soon. Does anybody have any more questions? Then somebody will ask a question, and then I'll ask again. Does anybody have any more questions? You know, I just want people to make sure that they're getting their questions answered, or if they want to talk, or if they need to talk, that they know that they can talk to me, because I'm here to help no matter what. That's what I'm here for. Here to help. That's what the name of the channel should be. Here to help. Sorry, just went off on a tirade. My live streams are dope. Do whatever you want. All right, you got it. I'll definitely do whatever I want. Not really. I mean, I'll do some things. Somebody wanted to work in network security. What would you recommend for their certification order from beginning to last certification? B Japan 96. I did a video, I feel like probably a week or 2 ago, where I talked about kind of like, it's like the CompTIA roadmap. I wish I gotta find it. Let me just find you the CompTIA roadmap. And I'll link to that for you. Because I could tell you what I would tell you is exactly what this roadmap has for you. I couldn't tell you any better than what this roadmap says. So for network security, see, network and cloud technologies, it's kind of is on there. But, you know, it'd be like Network Plus, and let's see, we got to find Network Plus or CCENT to CCNA, CCNP to CCIE. You know, just I follow that. You know, that roadmap is probably one of the biggest solids that CompTIA has ever done. And I say that because it's really cool that CompTIA created a roadmap that has other people's certifications on it. Not a lot of companies would do that. You know, not a lot of companies would even acknowledge the fact that there's other certifications out there. So the fact that CompTIA created an entire roadmap and listed every other certification that's out there, you know, and this is where you go to first, to next, you know, A+ on them for that. And I don't mean they're A+. I mean, they did a great job. So that roadmap is gold, like literal gold. I need to just have that in the link to my live streams, because everybody should know that roadmap. Sorry. Now, do you normally live stream at this time? Or just maybe it doesn't have a ton of viewers just due to this time since it's late on a school night. Oh man, B Japan, are you like 17 years old or something, bro? School night? Come on now. I'm just kidding. Don't take offense to that. I'm just kidding. No, I don't normally live stream at this time at night. This is actually like really late for me. Wesley, I'll get back to you in a minute, bro. I'm sorry. Trying to get all these caught up real quick here. I have to answer the Dakota's question here real quick. I'm not trying to flash you guys. Don't worry. Here you go. Lab every day. I get my lab every day on every day. Not really. But yes. No, I normally live stream during the day sometime. I'm on Central Time. So I'm usually live streaming from anywhere from like 10 a.m. to like 2 p.m. Not like from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's just somewhere in that time. Excuse me. And I try to keep my live streams about 1 hour. So that's what I try to do. Read M, you're honestly trying to come up. Oh, sorry, I got to answer this one. And wait, this one too. You like hearing too. I keep missing these. I'm sorry. Hang on. People that come to your live stream like you and enjoy talk with me. Oh, I mean, I hope that's why they come here. I mean, I hope they enjoy it and find some use out of it. Howling Forward. Did you play Magic the Gathering? Because that's a sweet name. Please comment like right away. I have to know. I think I definitely have to know. Or no, is that like or World of Warcraft? I'm probably getting my games mixed up. Howling Fjord. World of Warcraft. That was in World of Warcraft, wasn't it? Just finished the CompTIA trio, and now you're about to start job hunting. Any tips or good resources to start a job hunt for a help desk gig? Really enjoying the dynamic live stream format, by the way. Thank you. Any tips or good resources? I would just get on Indeed, really, and look up every single job that's out there, no matter if it has requirements, okay? The fact that you have your CompTIA certs, that's all you need. So even if it's requiring experience, who cares? Even if it's requiring you have a degree, who cares? Apply for those jobs anyway. Seriously, I promise you. A lot of times, those could be outdated job postings that they're putting on there, because a lot of times like companies will literally put up outdated not that it's an outdated job posting, it's just the text and the documentation that's on that job posting is outdated. They might not even care that you don't have a degree or you don't have experience. A lot of times they don't care that you have experience if you have certifications and things like that. So if you see that there's jobs out there that are asking for experience especially, just apply for it anyway. Apply for every single job that is really within reason, unless they're like saying you need to have like Microsoft certs or something like that. Just for instance, but yeah, apply for everything. Sweet Kim, you like hearing too, and your first time here also. I'm glad that you like hearing. I like hearing too. Hey dude, how are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you doing? You're honestly bad at coming up with a question, so bad at on the spot. You don't even have to you don't have to come up with a question, man. You can just talk. You can just chime in anytime you want. You found quite a few of my videos that were extremely helpful. Just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate that. I do. And you are welcome. So thank you. I appreciate you coming here and telling me that. When people come in here or even comment on my videos, just to say thank you or just to say you helped, that's like all that I ever need. Like, that's why I do this. I do this to help people. So you're welcome. Anytime I can help somebody, that makes me feel good. You know, if I leave this life, you know, like tomorrow, like I want people to at least remember, hey, that IT dude, he helped me. He helped people. That's great. That's my legacy. I helped people. That's what I want. Let's see. You need to design a product that you design on paper, but put it into a 3D video model. Any advice where to start? Currently trying to learn SketchUp. I would start with SketchUp, really. Like, honestly, SketchUp and YouTube videos, bro. Like, that'd be your best bet. Let me, before I go to the next question, Willie, and I'll get right back to you. Let me hit up Wesley over here. Let me hit up my loner over here on Facebook chat. Because I feel bad for the guy. No, I don't feel bad for you, but I do appreciate you. Let's see. It's funny. Your brother was the valedictorian for ITT Tech. Started at help desk. It's amazing how much IT guys are pushed aside until needed. Very true. What is your source for up-to-date information on computers and tech? So one of my biggest resources, honestly, and hopefully a lot of people already know about this, is Reddit. Reddit is literally probably nowadays, and besides like YouTube, because YouTube is just like an invaluable resource, of course. You know, if you love videos, if you love to watch videos and you can watch videos all day, YouTube is going to be your most valuable resource, of course. I can't watch videos all day. I love to watch my fair share of videos, don't get me wrong. I get a lot of useful information from lots of YouTubers out there, but Reddit is by far most valuable resource, because really what happens there is, it's not necessarily that Reddit is the answer upon all answers, it's what they're sharing there. So if there's actually like really good information there, the people, you know, obviously like they upvote that. If you guys know how Reddit works at all, things get upvoted, and that really kind of shows you like, is this like worth it? Is this worthy? Is this like actual useful information? I mean, a lot of times it has a lot of upvotes, and you look through the comments and they're all like good comments. Like, yeah, it's useful information. That's good knowledge to have. So Reddit by far. And yeah, that's it really. I mean, quite honestly, like if there's something that's happening and there's something that people need to know, all the subreddits are already like on top of that stuff. So it's really easy for me to just go to Reddit, because that's where I get all of my news and all of the funny stuff that I look at too, because they share lots of funnies over there. But I subscribe to all the like the IT subreddits. So like our sysadmin, our network admin, our IT our IT career questions. I think there's like CIS career questions. There's tech support. There's quite a bunch of them. I should probably make another video. I think I did a video about this a long time ago, but I should really put a video together about like my resources and really just make it kind of all about Reddit and all of their subreddits, because to me that's just a huge resource. And there's lots of good people to ask questions to over there, so you don't have to rely on me and my big dumb face. You can ask a bunch of other people with their big dumb faces also, and they're really smart too. So hope that answers that question. A plus, network plus, security plus, Linux, I think are the basics. Yeah, those are pretty much, yeah, basics. Security plus is becoming a basic, I suppose. Great, thanks for everything. Keep it up. We care. Get some dad time. Have a beer. Can't wait to start your IT career when you get out of the military in 10 years. You check out Reddit. Oh, you got to sign off. All right. Well, thank you for coming in and chatting. I really appreciate that. And good luck and stay safe. And I appreciate your service. Seriously. Like, I greatly, greatly appreciate what you're doing for us. No matter what aspect of the field that you're in, I appreciate the fact that you're out there doing what you're doing. So thank you for that. And good luck with the things that you do. And if you ever have a question, you know where to find me. All right. What did I miss over here now? Let's see. All right, William, you were studying for A+, but you don't have the money to do it now, so do you think that it's a good idea for me to start with Mcsa Windows Server? It's just 100 trumps. Well, William, I don't know what like experience and stuff you have right now, or do you have any certifications right now? It really depends, man. I mean, you could definitely, if I don't know, it's. I don't think the A plus is that expensive though. I guess what's your goals? What are you looking to do? Where are you at right now? What's up with your life? How about that? Sweet Kimmy says, thanks for that. Thanks for what? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything at all. Hooah! You're welcome. I probably shouldn't say that because I'm not in the military. I apologize. I won't say that. But you are welcome. Oh, yeah. Yeah, William, answer that question whenever you can. Bag of Nights go, yeah, wow, Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah, I thought so. I think I was thinking of like Howling Mine, which was in Magic the Gathering. But yeah, Howling Ford was definitely in Wrath of the Lich King. That's for sure. You say, no, man, you appreciate me more than you know, brother. Like you just doing the entire YouTube thing. Mind-blowing. Man, why is it not mind-blowing? I'm just out here to help people. That's it. Just want to help people. If I can share the little bit of knowledge that I have, then that's what I'm here for. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Cool, bro. Thanks for the SketchUp advice. Was like the first product you found. Also, a program called Blender, but you don't like it. Blender's I got a big one too. So I know like a lot of these programs, like SketchUp and Blender. A lot of the rendering programs and things like that, the 3D programs, just because I did a lot of 3D printing. I don't do that anymore. But those are supposed to be like some of the best, easiest ones to start out with. So the best advice that I can give you would be to just YouTube a bunch of videos for them, because a lot of people will walk you right through them. And, make sure that you title your YouTube searches just right, obviously. But that's your best bet. If you don't like one of those programs, just Google or YouTube, search in YouTube for another one that you might like. People will literally walk you through this stuff. The tutorials on YouTube are fantastic. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could probably look up like a tutorial on YouTube on how to build a mess lab still. Not that you'd want to, or not that I'd want to, but I'm just saying, like, there's a tutorial out there for everything. That's probably a really, really bad example, but I got to make my funnies at some point. Please do the subreddit video. I will do the subreddit video. Let me open up my Kanban, because I got to do a LinkedIn video, and so LinkedIn video and subreddit video. I cannot type today, and it is cold as F in my garage. Subreddit video. All right, so those are added to my Kanban, so I'll do those. That's fine. Let's see. You just noticed my stream title, Video Game Violence. Honestly, I don't think there is one singular issue. Does time change, or do the people? People change. It's definitely the people. You don't have experience, neither experience. Okay. Howling, I'll come right back to you. You want to land a help desk position. You don't have experience, neither certs. Okay. So, what... You want to land a help desk position, I wouldn't go for an MCSA, because MCSA is really going to push you towards one path more so than another, right? And there's multiple MCSAs out there, really. So I guess it depends on what MCSA you're going to go for. But I wouldn't go for an MCSA if all you want to do is help desk. Go for like a Network Plus or something, or the A Plus, honestly. But if you really just want to land the help desk position, which is great, the best idea that I could ever give anybody who really wants to start out in IT, you might start out in help desk and really see that there's one area over another that you really want to work in. So, you know, it might be best for you just to get your A+ and really then from there decide where you want to go. Because if you're not working in IT right now, you don't know what's ahead of you yet. And you don't really know what you're going to enjoy the most. But an A+, no matter what, is going to help you get into that field. And it will just help give you that strong, you know, that strong backbone on all those fundamentals that you need to get wherever you want to go. Howling forward, my channel is going to blow up fairly soon and you definitely deserve it, but a very selfish part of you will miss how fun and personal these live streams are. I hate when people say that, man. I don't know that the channel will ever blow up. And I've heard that for a while, I guess. Not a while, but you know, I've been hearing that. You know, you're gonna blow up, you're gonna be great, and you deserve so many more views and subscribers and this and that, and that's fine, you know. But ultimately, like, I'm here to help people. So I don't want anybody to ever feel like I'm not gonna like do the live streams, because to me, like, when I started doing this like full time, like, this was exactly what I wanted to do, was be personal with people as much as I could, you know. Now I do the Patreon thing too, where the Patreon will be, you know, if things get way too out of hand, I guess, you know, Patreon for like a low minimal nominal fee, like, there'll be more personal like live streams where, you know, and it's not even gonna be like live streams, it'll be like Google Hangouts. So hopefully there'll be like people on there who will talk face to face with me, where like you guys actually get on camera with me and we're actually talking face to face. And there's multiple people doing that. That's what I ultimately want to happen with the Patreon and Google Hangouts and stuff like that, because I want that more personal touch to it. You know, I want to be more personal with everybody. This is great, and I still want to keep doing this. And whether I have whatever amount of subscribers I have now or 200,000 subscribers, you know, I still want to do this. Like, this is still like what it's all about. It's still all about helping people, you know. Obviously, if I have a lot more subscribers, you know, my live streams might have a lot more people in them, and it might be really, really hard to answer everybody, of course. So I guess I understand what you're saying. I'm sorry. Is Security Plus or Network Plus worth it? Yeah, it depends on which way you want to go, Danny. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore your question. I apologize. It depends on what path it is that you want to take in the IT world. Are they worth it in general? 110%, yes. Those are definitely worth it, especially Security Plus. And it's mind-blowing because you seem like a very busy dude. I am a very busy dude. Yeah. I need to do, I've been thinking about doing this for a while. Starting like doing like a video, or like from the moment I wake up until like the moment I go to bed. Like, just hit record on like my phone, like every 10 minutes or something, and just talk for like a minute, you know, maybe not even a minute, like 30 seconds or 10 seconds, 15 seconds or something, just throughout my day, because my days are freaking nuts every single day. And every day could be like completely different. That's fine. Like, that's life. And honestly, like, that's really what happens, especially like when you have kids. Once you have kids, like, oh man, you just get like 10 times more busy, I feel like. And then when you like want to start your own business, and then you have your own business, and you want to do a bunch of stuff, and you're just busy all the time, nonstop. Love it. I wouldn't change it though. I love my kids and I love what I do. You don't even need to print your product, buddy. You just need to make a model of a product that you design for presentation. You got it. Just got an investor in Vegas to kickstart the product. Okay. Yeah, I just brought up 3D printing because that's how I'm familiar with those programs. As far as learning those programs, like I said, just YouTube, man. That's it. Just get on the YouTubes and learn them. Yeah, Dakota and I did a one-on-one Google Hangouts. Yes, was it yesterday? Day before. No, yesterday? Yesterday. Today's Thursday. I keep thinking today's Friday. It was yesterday. It was really cool. You got a lot of advice. Well, I'm glad you thought it was cool and you got a lot of advice. So, that's good. And Danny, I answered your question. I'm sorry that you felt like I was ignoring you. I didn't mean to ignore you. Sounds great. In that case, I'll be more than happy to help you help me. The Patreon Hangout sounds like a legit idea. You're welcome. Yeah. Again, I'm just trying to help people. That's the whole deal, man. Thanks for the advice. You got to go to your chat now. Keep up the great work, sir. Looking forward for more epic content. Man, I don't know about epic content, but I'll do my best. I have a lot of great ideas for a lot of good videos, and I'm waiting for it to be summer. I'm waiting for it to be warm outside. I need it to be warm outside so I can do them, and then it'll be a fun day. Then it'll be fun. God, it's getting way too late now. 1 o'clock in the morning. You guys have had me going on a live stream for an hour and 22 minutes. I did not think this live stream would last this long. That's insane. You guys have been talking a lot though. That's pretty cool. So I appreciate that. You agree with me on the A+ is the cert that better suit you right now, but I feel like many companies in Brazil don't even know what it is, because when you're in an interview, I was mentioned that I'm studying for it, and they say, stay with that potato face. Well, what kind of certs are they looking for? That's what I would find out. What certs are these companies looking for? They should have that listed in their, as part of their job description. Monday, no, Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Was it? Man, this week is like flying by. Is the CompTIA IT Fundamentals cert worth it before the A+? No. I don't even know why that's a cert, to be honest with you. It just, I don't. What's going on, Rusty Shackleford? How are you doing tonight? Yeah, the IT Fundamentals cert, it just, maybe I just need to read a little bit more about it and see if why it's there, like what aspect it's for. Maybe it's not for somebody who's necessarily in IT or who wants to be in IT. It's just like what I have read about it. I'm just like, why would you even have this cert? This cert's stupid. Just go take the A+. This is not real, Jesse M. I'm not live right now. I'm recording it and going back in time and then answering your questions. It's actually really cool what you can do with technology right now. So yeah, not live. It's not real. You're just imagining things. Jack McCassin, what is the primary book I'm using for CSENT? I can show you. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it up. That link didn't work. Son of a gun. Jack, if you go to the link in the description of my video, where it says A+ product and book recommendations affiliate link. It's the Amazon link. It's the CCENT, CCNA, ICND1 100 to 105 official cert guide by Wendell Odom. Oh, so Brazil must be a little bit different, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to answer some questions when you're in a different country, you know, depending on what they're looking for. Yeah. You know, William, ultimately, where do you want to be in your career? Alvin, full stack development at this time is something that many companies are trying to find, and some sources said that Android development with Kotlin is the thing that will be the demand next time. I need advice for me trying to start a career in IT. Which one is better for me? Something that has become a trend or something that will become a trend? Sorry for your English. Thank you. It's hard to say what is going to become a trend. Nobody knows for sure that it's going to become a trend until it's actually a trend. That's the funny thing about IT. Nobody actually knows for sure. Everybody can speculate all that they want and really talk amazing, wonderful things about it, and then it goes live and then it's a bust. You know, or everybody can have tons and tons of hype about it for a long time and then it's just a bust. So for you want to be in development, stick to something that's already relevant, because once you get into some type of development and you start, you know, working your way through that, you can always keep learning, which you already have to do anyway in IT. So start with something that's already there. I said your name. I am live. I'm not live. I don't know what you're talking about, Jesse M. Rusty, you're good. Is the A+ worth getting? Well, Rusty, what do you want to do? What do you want to do with your life? What's the career that you want to do? If you just want to get into IT and, you know, you got nothing, you're nowhere, A+ it's always worth getting. There's thousands, literally thousands of jobs out there that require the A+ just to get hired. So there's that. Please answer your question. After graduating from information technology, is it necessary to take up another years for specialization field like network engineer, system administrator, etc.? Like taking up more years in college to do that? It depends on where you're located and depends on how they look at degrees versus certifications, but you'll definitely want certifications if you want to be a network engineer or a sysadmin. I mean, it's really the way it goes, but every country is different. Or it depends on the company, what they're looking for. Yeah, there's that too. Depends on what you want to do. Studying, Jack, you're studying for your CCNA security, and the OCG book, as short as it is, got pretty dry. Trying to regroup in the morning from a 2-week study slump. Yeah, so I can't really do books at all. That dude's awesome, because I'm actually watching one of his videos that he's doing with IT Pro TV right now. I can never say his last name right, so I'm not even going to try to butcher it, because the way that it looks and the way he pronounces it every time, it just throws me off. It's just like one of those words. Todd, though, right? I think, yeah. I should know, because I've been watching the friggin' video. But I don't pay attention to that part, because I just fast forward. Yeah, he's doing a CCENT course. It's the accelerated CCENT course with IT Pro TV. It's him and Ronnie Wong. And I love that. Like, I like that over books every single day. I'd much rather watch a video and follow along with a video than I would follow along in a book. So, and then like with IT Pro TV, there's a transcript of everything. So if I didn't get something, I can go to the transcript And wherever I pause the video at, if I scroll down to where the transcript is, it's highlighted to exactly where I paused at, which is another A+ bonus right there. But yeah, I'd much rather do video than a book or text any freaking day. You'd like to work in computer forensics. What's a good path to take to achieve this? So where are you at right now in your career? Where are you at in your life? Because it really depends. First, you want help desk position, then maybe SA, or maybe start with infrastructure. The truth is that you're loving IT and you really don't know which path you want to follow. Maybe help desk will. Yeah, help desk will definitely help you find out. 0. Okay, so yeah, 0, you definitely probably want to start out with your A+. Be a great start. Do I sell any CompTIA A+ books? You're looking to get certified because you want to become a computer repair technician. I don't, like, you know, I personally don't have a book, but you can go to the link in my description, which is an Amazon link, and it's literally, says, yeah, A+ product and book recommendations affiliate link, and it's amazon.com/shop/IT career questions. And in there, I have all of the book recommendations that I can give currently, basically. There's more that I have to put in there. I just haven't gotten to all of them yet, but I do have like A+ books in there. Lamley. Is it Lamley? Okay, yeah. Yeah, he's in the course with Ronnie Wong right now on the accelerated CSENT on IT Pro TV. Like I said, I love that course. I've been doing it for like 2 weeks or something now. Very, very slowly, but effectively. I don't have my notes out here right now, but if I had my notebook, it's a notebook exactly like this. Like, my notes are covered, like page to page, from that course. So it's funny that I won't like pick up a book and read it and follow it, but I'll take notes down and then I'll read my notes back. Like, that's the only way that like I learn. That's the only way that I retain information. All right. It's 1:15 in the morning, which is really late. I've been live streaming for 1 hour and 33 minutes and about 7 seconds. So I gotta go. I'll answer like one more question. So if you have like one more question for me, I'll answer it. First come, first serve. Go. Just kidding. But I do need to go because I'm getting really tired. What am I drinking? This is actually iced coffee. Do I recommend any Google certs? I hear that the new Google cert, and what I've seen of it so far, which I don't want to give a lot of information away about that. Hint, hint. The new Google cert's pretty cool, but I don't want to get into that right now. How's my CSENT going? CSENT is going fine. I need to get back to it a little bit more hardcore than I have been lately. I'm hoping this weekend that I can actually drill out some time, like a few hours to get into it a little bit more, because really what the next part that I'm really going to be hitting with the CSENT stuff is more lab related, and I know that I really need some dedicated time for that. There's 3 books on my Amazon. Which one do you buy to get certified? You're a beginner. So the 3 books that are on there, that they're just the recommended ones by a lot of people. So it's literally like whichever one you think you would enjoy the most. That's why there's 3 of them there, because they are the most highly recommended ones based on the people that I've talked to. IT Pro TV has a partnership or is given free to Harvard students. You remember a link was passed around in tech forum, but they caught the mistake. Huh. That's funny. I know that IT Pro TV does work with a lot of. They work with a lot of large companies and a lot of large universities. I didn't know that they did anything with Harvard. That's pretty cool. You'll keep me accountable, and all right, we'll keep each other accountable. That's fine. I'm going down to Florida in 2 weeks now. Or so it's less than 2 weeks, really. 10 days or some shit. Just crap. Sorry, I have a terrible mouth. You guys have no idea how hard it is for me to not swear, especially on the live streams. It is literally, it's probably one of the hardest things that I have to like remind myself during my live streams. Like, Zach, you can't swear. You can't swear during your live streams. Don't say any bad words. Don't say any bad words. Yeah, sorry. Now YouTube is gonna like yell at me, be like, said a bad word, we're gonna fine you. That's not really how it works, but I try to keep things PG. Which one would I recommend for a beginner? Let's see. Where's it at? I think I have. Yeah, it's the Mike Myers one. Not the Mike Myers one. It's the. I just saw his name. No, it is Mike Myers. Yeah, it's the CompTIA A+ Certification All-in-One Exam Guide, 9th edition. It's by Mike Myers. That's the one that I would recommend that you get. What's going on, that short Mexican? I'm leaving. I'm done. This live stream's over. I've been going on for too long. It's way too late at night. So, I'm sorry. I apologize that you just got here and I'm leaving. But anyway, I answered the last questions that I needed to. So, nobody had any other questions. So now, I'm done. Oh, see, for Patreon, it's going to be R-rated, basically, because I'm going to give no Fs because it's over on it's Patreon. It has nothing to do with YouTube. I'm going to do whatever the F I want and say whatever the F I want. And that's just going to be the way it is. And if the Patreons don't like it, they can just go back to the YouTube. But on Patreon, everybody's going to get like the real deal Evander Holyfield, like the real stuff right there. I will hold nothing back. Because there's lots of stuff that I'd love to share on here that I just don't. I don't mean that in like a bad way or anything. I just mean like I'd really get intense with some of the advice that I have. And then there's lots of great, career advice. There's lots of great things to know when you're first getting into the field that I want to share over there. And there's lots of F-bombs that'll probably be dropped. It's just a forewarning. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's whatever, though. Sorry. Anyways. Sold. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to hold back over there, guys. I mean, I'm really not. I want it to be, I want the Patreon thing to be like really different. You know, I want the Patreon thing to be like really personable. So like with Patreon, you're really going to get like everything that I am. Like for this, I seriously have to hold back. All right, last questions. What are my thoughts on what? Moda? You're going to make me... All right, hold up. I don't even know what are you talking about? Moda? What is that? A smart drug? Is that what you're talking about? Sold under the brand name Provigil, among others, a wakefulness promoting drug used for treatment of disorders such as narcolepsy. Well, okay. Is Adderall the same as, it's considered a stimulant like Adderall and Ritalin, but instead of increasing dopamine and whatever that stupid word is, because it's a doctor word, chemicals in the brain that stimulate the nervous system, it is thought to decrease a chemical called thought to decrease a chemical that's showed to slow the brain down. Gotcha. Smart drug. Drop link to Patreon. Patreon links in the bio. I gotta say, I can't wait till I have some merch so that in every single video that I could do, I could say merch link in bio. And that's just that's a jab at my kids, because my 10-year-old and my well, mainly my 10-year-old. My 6-year-old, I hate it when she watches like Jake Paul and Logan Paul, and I hate it when my 10-year-old watches that crap too. But every time, like, I hear my 10-year-old watching like some Jake Paul or Logan Paul thing, they're always like, merch link in bio, merch link in description. I'm always like, Kennedy, you know, when I get some merch, that's all I'm going to say is merch link in bio. I'm literally going to do a whole video, and all I'm going to say throughout the whole video is merch link in bio. Every other sentence that I say, merch link in bio. You guys would literally have to, like, torture yourself through, like, a Jake Paul or a Logan Paul video to understand what I'm talking about. But she hates it every time I talk crap about those guys. When did you click over to Linus Tech Tips? Why, do they talk crap about them too? Or do they say merch link in bio? Because that's hilarious. I don't think I make it through an entire video of Linus Tech Tips ever to know if they drop that stuff at the end of their videos. But yeah. Anyway, make sure you guys check out the merch link in the bio, and I'm out. I'm just kidding. I am done for the night, though, because it's late, 1:30 in the a.m. So thank you guys for joining this wonderful, amazing live stream and chatting with me tonight. I always appreciate that, and it's actually been fun. It hasn't really felt like it's been an hour and a half, but I'm definitely like really super tired. So thank you guys for joining, and should be doing one tomorrow during the day. What do I do to stay up? I do a lot of, I was going to say something terrible. See, this is why I wish everybody was on Patreon right now, because I would totally say something, you know, explicit, but no. Coffee. This is coffee. Iced coffee. Yeah, coffee. That's what I do. You know, I still have work to do. So I'm still going to be up for at least another half an hour. But I can't keep talking. I can't keep doing this. I gotta start unwinding. So good night, good night and sleep well to you too. But I'm still up. Lab every day. Wait, I gotta flash you guys. Hold on. Not really flashing you guys. Lab every day. Lab every day, bro. Anyway, see, so Patreon streams would be so much better. I'll be talking so much crap. Anyway, you guys and ladies have a great, fantastic night. Take care. Take it easy. See you guys tomorrow when I'll be live streaming. Yeah, Dakota, you got it right, bro. That song's terrible. Also, that song literally drives me insane. Every time it comes on, I want to punch somebody in the face. Oh, God, that song just drives me nuts. I hate that song. Anyway, but funny. Thank you for being on point with that. Good call, bro. Anyway, I gotta go, because I'm just going to start talking a lot of crap. So anyway, yeah, guys, take it easy, and see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys come on the live stream tomorrow. Later.